Hello, everyone. I'm Joshua Perry, Olentangy class of 2012 graduate, former Ohio State Buckeye, and current professional athlete. I'm here today to discuss a little bit about Black History Month, but also some of my experiences at Olentangy and some experiences I've had in my life that have shaped me a little bit. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with everybody. So, the first question that a lot of people ask or a lot of people have today is, what does Black History Month mean to you? And to me, I think it's an opportunity for everybody to sit back and really appreciate some of the things that have happened in history among black people, but also to learn and to continue to move forward. I think that looking at history helps us because it helps us know where we came from, but also where we need to go and what kind of progress we can make still. And I think that's a big thing. But also to really appreciate the progress that we've had so far because it's always good to celebrate those things. Shifting gears a little bit, want to talk about some experiences that have kind of made me who I am. I've had a lot of people ask me about that. And I would say that probably the biggest impact for me would be my family. My mom and dad were always there for me to help me through everything I had, to answer questions, and also to push me to be the best I could be. And the same goes for my two brothers. So it's really important that I have a great relationship with my family and that I continue to do that. But I think that's the main thing that's really shaped me into being who I am currently. Another question is, why is education important? To me, education means opportunity. It gives you a great opportunity to take the next step in life. A lot of people are looking for people who are well-rounded and they carry themselves well. They have certain experience and a certain knowledge about topics and different things that they discuss. And so I think education gives you that, but it only really works if you work hard. You could be the smartest person in the world, you could have the most knowledge, but if you don't work hard, then people don't really care what you know. Also, if you don't give out the respect that people deserve and you don't do things the right way, then people aren't going to care either. So I think that's a big part of it. In terms of my own Tangy experience, I had a lot of fun experiences, but the big thing for me was just coming to school every day, being able to see my friends and spend time with them, but also being able to go out and compete. Whether that was on the football field Friday nights or whether it was at track meets or basketball games, competition and being involved in sports was huge for me coming through the school system. And playing sports at Olentangy had a big impact for me because it definitely set me up for what I was heading into going into school. Playing at Ohio State was huge, and it was a big stage, but I think the experiences I had and the competition that I had coming through Olentangy local schools was awesome for me to be able to get a little bit of a taste and then to be able to use that as a platform to get to where I got at Ohio State. Switching gears back to Black History Month, I've had questions about, have you ever experienced racism? Yes, and I'm not going to get into specifics, but a lot of people wonder, how do you deal with that? The big thing for me is to know that it is a big deal when you experience it, but how you react is probably the bigger deal. And for me, being able to kind of just step back, take a deep breath, assess the situation, and really walk away and not get into confrontations has been huge. But also to be able to discuss it with people who I trust, like my brothers, my mom and dad, teachers or professors, has been huge for me. And then to be able to use the platform I have to talk about them openly, because I think that those instances do have a place to be talked about, do have a place to be addressed. And I think the more that we address them, the less often they'll happen. Now on to a couple of fun things. For me, I'm prepping for the NFL Combine right now, and that's going to be a huge part in the draft process. Teams are going to want to watch me work out and watch me excel in what I do, and so I left Ohio to go to Pensacola, Florida to train. Pensacola is a great place to be. There's white sands and beaches everywhere, but there's not a ton of stuff to do, so I'm able to stay focused. Training down here has been a blessing because I've been able to train with some of the best athletes in the country playing football, but also to really learn a lot about myself being on my own in a completely new state, and just how I've grown personally has been huge. And then kind of just to cap everything off, there are a lot of graduating seniors, and I know that's a big focus. And my advice to everybody is you are prepared to go to school coming from the place that you are in Olentangy local schools, and that's a blessing. But the bigger thing is, how hard are you willing to work? You're only prepared if you work hard when you get to school. And there's going to be a lot more freedom and a lot of things pulling at you. And if you choose not to work hard, that's your decision. But also know that you're not going to be as successful as if you put full effort into your journey in school and you control your destiny. And I think that's a huge part. Understand that there are going to be people there that want to support you, but also people there that might not have your best interests in mind. Be able to choose who you want to be around and control what you do, Work hard at it every day, put the effort in, and you'll be very successful. Finally, a lot of people say, what's an inspirational quote? I've been saying it a lot throughout this video, but work hard. And that's not so much a quote as just a way to live. You can control how hard you work. You can't control a lot of other things that happen. You can't control, what situation is thrown at you. You can't control what so-and-so does, but you can control how hard you work every time you go out there, and you can outwork everybody else. But also, the last thing I'll say is aim high. That's kind of my thing. That's my mission. That's the way I live. I work hard and I aim high. And aiming high is just setting goals that you know you can get, but goals that are also going to push you to be the best. And by doing that, I think that you get the most out of yourself. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak with everybody. I hope everybody has learned something throughout watching this video and throughout the month of February just about Black history, but also know that you're in good hands coming through Olentangy local schools. Thanks.